What's up, crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to Wise Staking. I've got another awesome video for you, this time about how to get the most Wise for your money. But if you're new and this is the first Wise video you're seeing, I want you to know that Wise Token was created to raise the bar when it comes to DeFi, decentralized finance. There's way too many projects out there that are either complete scams or they're super greedy, where most of your money that you are spending to buy those tokens are going to the founder, going to the team, not going any place that would actually protect your investments. And if it's not the first two things, then it's usually some type of tokenomics design flaw where it's not sustainable at all, and you can't expect to see that project around in a few years, sometimes not even in a few months. Wise is designed completely sustainable, it is fair, it is non-profit, and it's designed to make you money. But the most important part about all of this is Wise is safe. The reason why it's safe is because it's 100% decentralized. Most of these other projects, they have control. They can pull out the liquidity from the market, rip it away from Uniswap in an instant, and all of a sudden your tokens are worth zero. They have a massive bag of tokens they hold themselves that they can dump on the market and crash the price as well, or they can change the contract. Wise can't have any of that because, first of all, there's no team-owned tokens at all, so there's no tokens for the team to dump. And two, our contract is 100% complete and there's no admin keys. So it can't be changed and it can't be rug pulled. Nothing can happen with Wise. So let's get into how you actually buy Wise, how you actually get the most of it. And if we go on to our website, to the reservations page, the two questions I'm getting, first of all, is, hey, would it maybe be better to wait until after the Uniswap listing to grab some up? And then the second one is, okay, if I do the regular day reservations, which day should I go in? So let's talk about Uniswap for a second. And the Uniswap listing will be at the end of launch, which will be on December 31st. And you can see that from November 11th to December 31st, we have these pools here. These pools are auctions, and you can see the numbers in green and the numbers in red are the amount of Wise supply that is available for each one of these auctions. Once the contract holds these 50 auctions, auctioning off all this Wise to the market, it is going to create a Uniswap listing. And it's going to be at the average price. So whatever the average price people pay during this pre-sale phase, that is going to be what it's listed on Uniswap. So there's two reasons why you don't actually want to wait for Uniswap. The number one reason is because there's 50 of these pools. So obviously the game is to try to get in on a pool that has less Ethereum than average, because the Uniswap price is going to be the average of all 50. And so if you can just watch it, you might be able to find out, this day looks like it's not going to have a lot of Ethereum being sent to it. I'm going to go ahead and invest on this day. Then you're immediately in profits once it gets onto Uniswap. The second reason is because you can use a referral link to be able to get 10% more during this pre-sale phase. And then that's obviously not available on Uniswap. You just buy it directly from Uniswap. So at the very least, what you can do is you can spread out your investment on all 50 days. That'll give you the average price, which is going to be the same price as Uniswap, but you're going to be able to use a referral link and get 10% more. So at the very least, you're going to be getting 10% more by just participating in the sale. If you're not a gamer like me and you don't like to do all the strategy, that's fine. Then all you have to do is go up to the top right corner, do reserve Wise tokens, and select all days, put in the amount of Ethereum that you want. It'll spread it out over all 50 days. Boom. There you got the average price, plus you got 10% more Wise because you're using a referral link. And so that's why you would want to use a referral link, because you're going to get 10% more. You can self-refer as well. However, it's not really going to benefit you unless you are investing at least 50 Ethereum. So if you're not investing 50 Ethereum, it's just a waste of time to try to self-refer, and you might as well use somebody else's address link. And so if you would like to use my link, it is wisestaking.com. If you saw it somewhere else first, please feel free to use that YouTuber's link or whoever created the link, articles or whatever. But you're going to want to use a link, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on 10%. So now let's look at the days. So there's a strategy to these days. And like I said, you can just go for the average if you want. And like I just showed you, spread it out all over 50 days. However, if you can find a strategy that allows you to invest in the days that have less Ethereum, then that's going to be good. Now, before we get into the details, I want you to notice that day one is on November 11th. You can see closing in 29 days, countdown timer. Then there's November 12th, closing in 30 days, etc., etc. So each one of these cards, which is an auction, has a countdown timer, and it has an amount of Ys that's available. So you can see the first week, the first 7 days are all 5 million Ys available. And what that means is whoever sends Ethereum to these days, once this day closes, it's going to distribute that Ys to everyone that sent Ethereum. So you can see there's 184 Ethereum sent to day one with 5 million Ys available, and there's only 64 Ethereum sent to day two. So this means that currently people on day two are getting a way better price than the people on day one. However, you don't know exactly what it's going to be until the day ends. For instance, let's say day one ends and it ends right here. You know, nobody else sends any more Ethereum all the way up to November 11th, and it closes and it's 184. Well, then people still have a full whole day to still send Ethereum here too. So what if that day closes and it's 230 Ethereum, because people still have a chance to put in. So you won't know for sure. You have to guess. You have to look. So if you're going to do the strategy thing, you're going to have to guess. Now, the curveball here is that not all days offer 5 million Ys. Now, it's always an average of 5 million Ys, but some days are random days. So this day right here, day 8 on November 18th, it could be as low as 4.5 million Ys or as high as 5.5 million Ys. We won't know. After the day ends, there is an RNG oracle that picks a number somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5 million. And it's going to be that number. So people who invested in here, if it's a high number, then everybody's getting a little bit more Ys. If it's a low number, then everybody's getting a little less Ys. So there's kind of like low random days because, you know, even at the very lowest, you would still be getting 4.5 million. That's not that much less than 5 million. But then there's extreme random days where it could be as low as 1 Ys divided between everybody who invested, and as high as double the amounts, almost 10 million Ys right here. So these are extremely risky days because you don't know what it's going to be. You could get almost nothing, or you could get double, and that's how that works. So you can see there's a good sprinkling of all the different kinds. You can select all the random supply days here. You can select all the reservation days, or you could do just the fixed supply days, whatever suits your fancy. Also, what you can do is this right here. You can actually sort by the least contribution of Ethereum, and you can see that on the extreme random supply days, there's actually a lot less being sent. So there is a strategy here because if a lot more people are investing in the days that are static, 5 million Ys available every single day, and not very many people are investing in the random supply days, what you can do is you can average out, you could spread out your investment over the random supply days. And yes, some days will be high, some days will be low, but it will average out to more because the average is always going to be 5 million Ys for every single day. So if you notice, 1,000 Ethereum is coming in on regular days and only 500 Ethereum is coming in on the random days, it might be a good idea if you want to do that strategy to spread it out on the random days. Also, there's the strategy of, okay, what if more people put in heavy amounts of Ethereum during the beginning, and then once we get towards the end, they're putting in less and less Ethereum? Well, if that was the case, then obviously it's good to wait towards the end, because remember, Uniswap price is going to be the average price. And so if Uniswap price is the average price and there's a lot more Ethereum coming in at the beginning and it's kind of getting less and less and less, well, the longer you wait, the better price you get, especially if it's going to be below average, below what the Uniswap listing is going to be. The only caveat to that is, you know, it's pretty much, if it does work out like that, then it's pretty much guaranteed arbitrage money for people to go in during the end. So if you wait too long, it might be too late, and people might be dumping in towards the end, because they'll know it's pretty much guaranteed money. The other way is, what if only a little bit comes in the beginning, and you see that more people are learning about Wise, and there's more and more and more coming as these days are closing. Well, then you'll know that you want to invest heavy up front, because with just more and more people knowing about Wise, it's just going to be increasing. So if you see that happening, you'll know that the best prices are in the early days, and that you're going to want to go heavy up front. So those are the strategies, and either way, it's going to be valuable to play this game right here, because Uniswap is going to be the average price. So there's going to be really, really good days to get in on. You're not going to know when until it ends, but you can use some strategy and guess, and make educated guesses on what's going to happen. And of course, if not, you can always just go up here, reserve Wise, and then select all days. Boom, it takes the headache out of it if you don't want to deal with that. It's still going to be a 10% better price. Now, as far as, I'm going to wait till Uniswap because the price might dump, well, I really don't think that's the case, because people aren't going to have a massive deal. Like, some people will, but most people won't, because the price is going to be the average price. So most people are going to be at break even, or a little bit better than break even, as soon as Uniswap comes out. Remember, the point of this token is not to turn it around for a quick pump and dump, but it's to stake it over time. And the large gains come from the Wise price going up over time as you are staking it. So that's how this works, and there's definitely going to be ways to get in on this thing. I strongly recommend not waiting until Uniswap. There's most likely not going to be a dump, just because nobody's getting a deal, and with only a very small people that are actually able to turn a profit for this, it's probably not going to dump that much. And also, people are most likely holding some of their bag to buy that dip just in case. So that is the strategy for this, guys. If you have a different strategy, or if you think there's a better way, feel free to comment below. Let's talk about it, because this is all game theory, and I'm interested to see what you have to say. So we're going to wrap it up there for now, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next video.